to today's video. So, I'm just sitting down thinking about this next Folktale Week prompt, and it's from a story called Death and the Doctor. So it's about a man who kind of befriends Death, shares a keg of ale with him. Death likes it so much that he decides to make it into a never-ending keg of beer and also a healing drink, it says, by which the young lad could make the sick people whole again. The man becomes famous, ends up living a ripe old age, becomes known as the Doctor, saves people. He tricks Death into not taking the life of a young girl, and since then Death's been trying to capture him back, and the only way that Death will be able to catch him is if he says the Lord's Prayer. So he's not been saying the Lord's Prayer, but when he's asleep, Death puts a stone tablet painted with the Lord's Prayer next to his head, so when he wakes up he'll read the tablet and Death will have his prize. So that's the story. I'm thinking it's going to be a very murky scene. It's going to be like twilight, like dark, dusky. There might be a candle. We'll see. I'm going to do it in this sketchbook. Then if it doesn't work out, I haven't wasted any expensive cartridge paper. So let's get to it. So I have got the kind of first layers down on that, and because it's a night scene it's going to be mainly kind of blues. When you're painting low light, all of the colours are desaturated, and you'll notice this yourself when you turn out the light. You can't see the colours of the things that are around you unless there's a light source. So most of the colours in this, to get that across, are going to be different tones of the blue. I've left an area white because that's going to be the lantern, and that's going to be the brightest part of the scene. It's going to shed light onto the figures in the scene, so that will pick them up. But I'm leaving it here for now. I'm going to go and have some lunch, not only to, like I was saying yesterday, step away from it and give myself a mental break so I can come back with fresh eyes. I'm going to let this paper fully dry, because it's just sketchbook paper. It's particularly thin and it's really wobbly, and while it feels dry to the touch, the fibres in the paper might still be going back to where they want to go. So rather than me just piling more water on that, I'm going to have some lunch, seems like it's lunchtime, and just let that do its thing. This morning I went out to the pet shop to get Rolly some more cat litter, and I got him an early Christmas present. Look at this. Oh, he's a good boy. He's so cosy. I've taken the cushion out of it because it was very poofy, and I wanted him to know that there's space for him. So once he's gotten used to sitting in there, I'll try and pop that cushion back in. But right now, it's just got one of his blankets folded up. Do you like that? Is that so nice? Yeah. Once upon a time there was a lad who lived as a servant with a man who was a master of ale brewing. When the lad was to leave his place and the man was to pay him the wages he earned, he would take no other pay than a keg of Yule ale. He carried it both far and long, but the longer he carried the keg, the heavier it got. He began to look round to see if anyone were coming with whom he could drink and lighten his keg. After a long, long time, a man came, and he was so dry and lean 'twas a wonder his bones hung together. "They call me Death," said the man. "The very man for my money," said the lad. "Thou art an honest, trustworthy man, for thou treat all alike, both rich and poor." At last Death said, "I have never known a drink which smacked better, and scarce know what to give you in return." But after he had thought a while, he said that the keg should never get empty, and it should become a healing drink by which the lad could make the sick whole again, better than any doctor. Death would always be there, and if he saw Death at the foot of the bed, he could cure the sick. But if he sat by the pillow, there was no healing nor medicine, for then the sick belonged to Death. Well, the lad soon grew famous, and at last got called in to the king's daughter. They said he must save her. So he looked at Death while he sat there and dozed, and made a sign to the servants to turn the bed round, so that Death was left sitting at the foot, and the doctor gave her the draught, and her life was saved. "Now you have cheated me," said Death, "and we are quits. Your time is up, for now you belong to me." Well, there we have it. Once again, I've sealed that with a fixative spray because I did use pastels. I could probably use a bit more pastel over the edges, but for now that will do. I am going to go and make myself another cup of tea, and then, it's non-stop, I'm going to tidy this away, and then we're going to go get these things finished. Seems like an age ago that we were doing these. I am in the Sheffield Makers shop soon, so they need to get ready today. So we're going to do that. Now all I need to do is leave those to dry. Some of you asked in the comments what I use to seal them, if I use anything, because gouache is it's activatable with water, so it would run if it was wet. I've got this varnish spray. It's matte. Because it's a spray, it doesn't run. So if I was varnishing with a brush, I would smudge the colours into each other. So that's why I use the spray on these. But these baubles are not going to be suitable for outside. They're going to be inside only, don't get wet. This varnish is a protection, like a splash-proof protection, just in case. Right, so I'm going to let those dry and then varnish them. But that will be probably an in-the-dark job outside because it's starting to get dusky out there now. So this is where I'm going to leave this video. So until the next one, see ya.